السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه ومن والاه. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our salah and accept our fasting, accept our dua, accept our recitation of the Quran. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of our good deeds in this blessed month of Ramadan and make us among those who He frees from the fire of hell in this month. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Inshallah, with another dua for today. Today is the 19th day of Ramadan. And the dua that I want to share with you today is related, I believe, in the Musnad of Imam Ahmad and other books of hadith from the Prophet ﷺ, that among the du'as that he used to make was the following. He used to say, Allahumma ij'al hubbaka ahabba al-ashya'i ilayhi waj'al khashyataka akhwafa al-ashya'i indi waqta' anni hajati ad-dunya bish-shawqi ila liqa'ik wa idha aqrarta a'yuna ahli ad-dunya min dunyahum فَقْرِرْ عَيْنَيَّ مِنْ عِبَادَتِكَ, which means, O Allah, make your love the dearest of all things to me, and make your fear the most frightening of all things to me. Cut off worldly needs from me by giving me the longing to meet you. And as you bring comfort to the people of this world with their worldly possessions, bring comfort to me with your worship. Brothers and sisters, this dua is all about love. Love for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala versus love for this world. Love for this world is, the ulama say, love for this world is the source of all evil. حُبُّ الدُّنْيَا رَأْسُ كُلِّ خَطِيئَةٍ. Developing an excessive attachment to this world is the source of all spiritual ailments and problems. And the heart, by its nature, wants to love. That's the nature of the heart. Just like the stomach wants food, the heart wants to love. And just like if you have something in a container, you can't put something else in that container until that thing leaves the container. If you have a cup that is already full of water, you cannot put tea into that cup until the water comes out, unless the water comes out. The heart is also a container. If there is already dunya in the heart, there is no room for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when the heart is already full of Allah, then there is no room for dunya in that heart. And we only have one heart. So there are those people who fill up their hearts with dunya. And there is no room then for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But there are those who fill up their hearts with Allah, and then there is no attachment, no desire for this dunya. In this dua, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is saying what? Allahumma ja'al hubbaka ahabba al-ashya'i ilayhi. That, oh Allah, make your love the dearest of all things to me. There's so many things that we love in this world. We're saying, Ya Allah, make my love for you stronger, more powerful, more intense, more than anything else in this world, so that it takes the space in my qalb first. وَاجْعَلْ خَشْيَتَكَ أَخْوَفَ الْأَشْيَاءِ عِنْدِي. And make your fear the most frightening of all things to me. There's so many things also that we are afraid of in this world. On a personal level, at a family level, at a communal level, at an ummah level. There's so many things that we're afraid of in this world. our fear from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala should be greater than our fear from anything else in this world. And that's what we're asking for in this dua. وَاقْطَعْ عَنِّي حَاجَاتِ الدُّنْيَا بِالشَّوْقِ إِلَى لِقَائِكَ. And cut off worldly needs from me by giving me the longing to meet you. What does that mean? You see, we have needs and we have necessities. We have hajat and we have darurat. Darurat are necessities. These are things without which we cannot live. We cannot survive without air. We cannot survive without at least a little bit of food. We cannot survive without at least a little bit of sleep. These are darurat in dunya, necessities. But then there are hajat. Hajat are not necessities. Hajat are needs. These are things without which life is possible. You're not going to die without them. But it becomes difficult. Life loses its pleasure without them. Hajat. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is saying here, Ya Allah, sever my needs for dunyawi things by giving me longing to meet you. If I can use an analogy here, there are athletes that when time comes for that final lap, that final round, that final game 7 of the finals in the NBA, that final stretch, their body is tired. They need rest. But they will push themselves and forget about that need because they have the finish line in front of them. And their desire to get to that finish line is stronger than their need for rest, is stronger than their need for a sip of water. To the extent that the greatest of those athletes in the 90s, there was an athlete, I don't want to mention names. Some people are very attached to certain athletes. They get offended if I mention somebody else. One of the athletes, he had a flu in the game. A flu, suffering from a flu. But he plays the game. Every time there is a timeout, he comes and he's like fainting on the seat. But when that bell rings, he goes on the floor and performs and scores 50 points. How is a person able to do that? How is a person able to score 50 points when physically the body needs rest, needs to be hydrated? Because shauq, that longing, that drive to win that championship trophy is so strong that need fades, disappears, is ignored for the time being. The most ambitious of people in any field, whether it's in engineering, architecture, technology, sports, athletics, politics, this is how they achieve success. That they put aside these needs for a bigger goal. And that euphoria, that longing to get to that goal overtakes their needs for these things. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was visited by the companions and he was laying on his bed and he sat up to talk to them and they saw the marks of the straw mat that was his bed, the marks of those on his blessed skin sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And they began to weep and they said, Ya Rasulullah, please, why don't you allow us to get you a more comfortable bed? The kings of Rome and Persia, they have such comfortable, lavish lifestyles, and you are khayru khalqillah, you are the best of creation. Please allow us to give you a more comfortable bed. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Mali walid dunya. What is this dunya to me? I am like a traveler who has stopped to get shade under a tree. My aim is the akhirah. I have an aim that is bigger, that is greater than these little worldly pleasures. His hajat for the dunya have been severed by his shawq liqa'illah. And that's why the last words on his tongue as he left this world were what? إِلَى الرَّفِيقِ الْأَعْلَى إِلَى الرَّفِيقِ الْأَعْلَى إِلَى الرَّفِيقِ الْأَعْلَى. To the Most High Companion, to the Companion Most High, to the Companion Most High. That longing that was in him throughout his life, that's what made him leave his bed in the middle of the night, leave his beloved Sayyidah Aisha in the middle of the night to go and stand in prayer until his feet would swell, because of that longing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed in his heart for Rabbul Alameen. It's like, if you are ever in a situation when you are going on a trip. Let's say you're going on a drive by road to go to Disney World. And you have your children with you, want to take them to Disney World or Disneyland. And then you stop in the middle at a service area or at a rest stop. And there are some slides and swings. And your 5-year-old or 7-year-old loves this playground. He doesn't want to leave. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, doesn't want to leave. And you tell him, we're going somewhere much nice, we're going to Disney World. He has no idea what Disney World is. But he knows this playground, so nice. You know that this playground is nothing compared to where we're going. So you push, no, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. And he will cry and weep. But he will know when he gets there what you were rushing him for. When we have an understanding, an appreciation of what Allah has in store for us, then our love for that, our longing for that, will overcome our longing for the pleasures of this world. And that's what Rasulullah ﷺ is asking Allah to give to us. وَقْطَعْ عَنِّي حَاجَاتِ الدُّنْيَا بِالشَّوْقِ إِلَى لِقَائِكَ. Cut off worldly needs from me by giving me the longing to meet you. And then at the end he says, وَإِذَا أَقْرَرْتَ أَعْيُنَ أَهْلِ الدُّنْيَا مِنْ دُنْيَاهُمْ فَقْرِرْ عَيْنَيَّ مِنْ عِبَادَتِكَ. And as you bring comfort to the people of this world with their worldly possessions, bring comfort to me with your worship. In other words, just like the people of this world enjoy this world. And there's so many things that people enjoy in this world. They enjoy sleeping. People enjoy eating and drinking and partying at night. People enjoy spending time with their loved ones. People enjoy comfortable homes and beautiful homes and fast cars and delicious food. People enjoy even haram things. People enjoy drinking alcohol. People enjoy drugs. People enjoy that. Oh, how much do they enjoy drugs? The pleasure of that. In this dua we are saying, Ya Allah, just as those people enjoy their dunya, give me that same joy, that same pleasure, that same delight, that same ecstasy in my worship of you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave that to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's why he used to say, وَجُعِلَتْ قُرَّةُ عَيْنِي فِي الصَّلَاةِ, that the delight of my heart was placed in salah. And to a lesser level, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also gave that to many of His awliya and many of Salihin. And we have so many stories of people who the things they would say in their munajah, in their worship, how much they enjoyed that, how much they cherished that. So we're asking in this dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also gives us some of that. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Inshallah, I'm going to say it slowly. If you want, you can repeat after me. Allahumma ij'al hubbaka أحب الأشياء إلي واجعل خشيتك أخوف الأشياء عندي واقطع عني حاجات الدنيا بالشوق إلى لقائك. وإذا أقررت أعين أهل الدنيا من دنياهم فاقرر عيني من عبادتك. آمين يا رب العالمين. وصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.